All right, let me give this a shot here. It's going to be a different kind of video. I'm actually outside right now. Just, I don't know, I guess it doesn't really matter, but on the outskirts here, a few blocks away, there's a little kind of mountain park, more like a hill park. And I've been walking around actually looking for, outside looking for a place to play. I do actually play tabletop hockey sometimes outside. But this is the first time I played shootout outside. Already I'm thinking this table's a little dirty, so luckily I have a notebook that I bought at a stationery store that's still plastic wrapped. I'm going to kind of use that as a base. And though they didn't use them in 47, 48, I will keep a mask on in case anybody approaches. It isn't going to be probably isn't going to be as noisy up here. You might hear some people using some exercise machines that they have up here. I guess I can not going to give away anyone's address or anything like that if I do this. So this is where I am right now. I'm not really high up on it though. As you can see there, I'm close to the street. And so yeah, I thought what I would do here is just kind of just a silly Winter Classic. So this is going to be a Winter Classic, an outdoor game here between Detroit and Toronto. And the ideas one comes up with, I guess, when one's wife is away with fellow ladies for kind of a ladies' day. And I guess I'm running the risk in the parlance of our times and saying anything like this, but let's just say that that's not necessarily anything that I identify as. Not that there's necessarily anything wrong with identifying as anything. But with that said, so yeah, I've got the Red Wings and the Maple Leafs here. They played a game on let me see if I can tilt that actually to get it better. I don't know if that's better or worse. January 31st, 1948, and of course it's January 31st of the year 2022. So let's see what I get here. At least up here, it shouldn't be as noisy as it would have been if I tried to play this outdoors in a city block, as I've done before with games like Mike Owens Quick Play Pro Hockey, and I think Doc as well. So anyway, could get some curious onlookers here, but let's see what we get here for the game. So actually, I did the pregame rolls. It was 2 and 3 were rolled, and it wouldn't matter either way, looking at home versus away. So for Detroit, they're going to get a B for away up against Toronto C. That means that Detroit has 1-22 for a scoring chance, 37 with the man advantage. For Toronto with the 3, they're going to get the A1 up against the C. So now I got to do a little math in my head. That'd be the same as A versus D. So you'd be looking at 79, 76, 73. So 73, so the Maple Leafs here with a good market advantage here at Maple Leaf Gardens. Let me see if I can adjust the focus there a little bit. So yeah, I'm going to try this one here. This is just my mock silly Winter Classic outside on a picnic table, and let's see how it goes here. I'll probably try the cut and draw here, just a little off camera. We'll see what we get here. So all right, let's give this a shot here. So with the 17, we're going to have 1 minute off the clock, and that's right, I'm going to have to keep track mentally, so already I'm screwed. 92, that's going to be a chance for the Toronto Maple Leafs with 1 minute in. I'm going to have to try to Bob Cole at my best one with this one as well, Bob Cole being a theme here on the day. And so player off that is Howie Meeker. Howie Meeker with 41 points in 40 games, meant to say off the top, tied with Sil Apps here for the team lead in scoring. Don't ask me about the goals and assists right now. Meeker has it in the slot where it's looking likely. It's looking pretty good for him, and it's going to be 1-0 Toronto here, just a minute in. I can get exact seconds a little bit later on. We're going to say they're roughly about a minute in right now. Toronto already up 1-0 here at Maple Leaf Gardens. Where we're going to take, wait, I got to flip for secondary assist. That's right. So Meeker, we're going to say, that's right, 46 seconds exactly. I remember how to play this game. And so Meeker, it's going to be from Ted Kennedy. And the 6 there is not a 6. So let me flip a third one as well. PJet would approve. So it's really just meant to be Meeker from Kennedy there. A minute into it. So we're up to 3 minutes into it now. 3 minutes into it here. 70, that's no chance for either Detroit or Toronto. So another minute here. We're 4 minutes in now. 4 minutes with the 16. Detroit's first chance here. And Detroit with player H. Player H there. Ted Lindsay, who leads Detroit with 24 goals and 43 points and 40 games played. Detroit coming into this one with a record of 20-16 and 4, 44 points. Toronto coming into it with a record of 20-13 and 7, 47 points. Toronto is first overall right now, though Boston has a game in hand, and Detroit is third overall right now with 44 points. Boston with 45, but again, they play one fewer game. So it is Ted Lindsay, and Ted Lindsay with it here, the face-off dot. And Lindsay, and I'm pretty sure I was 5 minutes in there. So I'm going to say I'm 5 minutes in and hope for the best. So we're up to 7 minutes now. 7 minutes, that is. Do I have 7 minutes with the 20-22 there? So that'll be yet another chance for Detroit. Detroit this time, player A. It's Ted Lindsay once more. Lindsay wants to do over here. From the blue line, he gets one. It's going to be Broda tasked to make a big save. I believe his range is 5 to 9. I'm quite sure that 7's in it, but just to show there. So Broda, he has Lindsay's number here in the early going. We're up to 9 minutes now, 9 minutes into the first period. 86, that's going to be a chance for the Leafs back the other way. We're looking at player J. Player J, Harry Watson up on line 1. Watson here with it in the slot where Detroit's getting their, or Toronto rather, their chances in close. And Toronto there has scored. So 9 minutes in, thereabouts, just about 8:45 to be exact. We're going to go L1D1. And let's see here. So right defenseman there, Gus Morrison. So Harry Watson from Gus Morrison and Bill Ezenicki here at 8:45. And so 11 minutes now into the period. 11 minutes in the four, Detroit. They've not been without their chances, if that number of negatives made any sense. K for Detroit. K for Detroit's going to be Bill Quackenbush. Bill Quackenbush with it here in the face-off circle, and he's unsuccessful from there. Oh, whoops, I didn't change the damn score. So 2-0 here for Toronto. And let's see here. We're 12 minutes into it now, I'm pretty sure. I hope that's correct. 12 in the 95. Leafs with a chance here to go up by 3. Player D, it's Harry Watson. Again, he's looking for more. We're in the slot. And Watson, good save there for Harry Lumley. Up to 14 minutes now. And there could be a penalty, actually, of the Maple Leafs. There'd be a chance for Detroit to get back into it. Penalty B, that'd really be a chance for the Red Wings to get back into it. And 4 and 3 and 5 for fighting. So I think we have our first tilt of the contest here, because 4 is going to be Bill Barilko. Bill Barilko and Jack Stewart going at it. I'm just going to keep it simple here. You know, I tend to play my games a little punk rock. They can be a little fast, but a little sloppy and with errors at times as well. We're just going to say Barilko and Stewart in the box, each for a handful here. And I believe we're 14 minutes into it. And if I'm a little off on that, I'm sorry. 15 into it, and I do it a little bit differently for the 5 minutes anyway. It doesn't really matter here. We're playing 5 and 5. That'll be no chance for either team. 17 into the first period now. And 35 again, no chance for either team. That fight really quieted things down here. We're up to 19 minutes now. And so just past 19 minutes here with a 65, we don't have anything doing. And so I'm going to say that's the first intermission, and I should pause. Actually, no, what am I doing here? I'm a cut and draw guy now. I don't have to pause this. So I'll just mix it up there so that I don't know what card there is on the bottom. And we'll get things going here for period 2. 2-0 Toronto after 1. They scored in the first minute, and in the 9th, as I recall, we get 2 minutes off the clock here. That's 2 minutes to start the second period with a 61. No chance for either team. Up to 4 minutes now there. And 62 again, no chance for either team. Let's see if 63 will come up. That's going to be 7 minutes now. 7 minutes into the second period with a 73. That's just barely good enough for Toronto. Toronto this time, we look to player L, Ted Kennedy. He has an assist. He wants the goal to go with it. Ted Kennedy here in the face-off circle. And Kennedy gets that goal to go with it. So it's 3-0 here for Toronto. I believe I said 7 minutes into the second. We'll get the exact number of seconds here. So 6:46 here. And we'll go L2 and then maybe a bench defenseman there with, so I'm going to say Garth Boach. I think it's Garth Boach. He gets the assist there in Kennedy's goal in a rare shift. And Kennedy can't assist on his own goal. Let's go for the third flip. The 6 and the C. So it's going to be Kennedy from Boach here. 3-0 Toronto. 6:46 into the second. Where we get another minute off the clock now. Technically up to minute 8 with the 9 there. Detroit again. They've had their chances, several of them. Player A, Ted Lindsay. This would be his third, I think. Lindsay, though, from the blue line. That's the problem. They're on him. They're keeping him to the outside, and Lindsay doesn't get a goal from there. So let's see here. So, goodness, now I've lost track of time. So after the 7 minute, what was it after the 7 minutes? Let me find Bosch's. I think I can do it. I want to say 8, actually. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to go with that. We say 8 minutes. So next will be for time, right? Okay, so we're 9 minutes now. Let's see here. 9 minutes here in the 13th. So the Red Wings with yet another chance. The Red Wings there. Ted Lindsay with his 4th. Feel like I just accidentally put some cards back in this other pile. Lindsay from the face-off circle. He's not had one from the slot yet, and he might not need one. Another save check here on Broda. We get the 11 this time. So Lindsay, Broda, one-on-one battle there. Lindsay proves the victor this time. Finally, he kept trying to crack at it, kept chipping away at that egg, and or chipping away at the stone, or whatever the expression would be. It's a 3-1 game now here, and 8:34, I believe, would be the time. And sorry if I'm wrong about that. L1 D1, so it's going to be Lindsay from Red Kelly, and the 6 there. No, Abel is an R5. Let's give to Gordie Howe there. Gordie Howe with about 37 points in the campaign, just under a point per game. Pretty good for a sophomore. So that'll be Lindsay's 25th of the season, and it looks like 10 minutes. We're crawling up here oh so slowly, hopefully making it easier for me to keep track, but that's a 70. That's no chance for either franchise here. Up to 13 now, I believe, I hope. And 59, that's not going to be a chance either way. So we're up to 16 now here with 4 to go in the second period. And the 29, so that's not going to be good for either team either. But we're going to stay there. I believe I said 16. My short-term memory is lacking, especially compiled with the nerves. But it's going to be another chance for Detroit here. And I think that 16 is to tell me that it's 16. It's going to be player C there. Jim Conacher on line 3. Conacher with it in the face-off dot where a lot of their chances, it seems, have been. And that's all they need for this one. That's all Toronto gave them, and that's all Detroit needed here. We got a 3-2 one-goal hockey game now. It was all Toronto early here in the middle frame. The Red Wings have capitalized on a couple of chances, even if they weren't great ones, to get back to within a goal. So we get the exact time of the goal here. We're looking at 15:22. And 15:22, whoops, I got to look there for VD1. I'm going to go L3 D1. So Conacher from Couture, and there is no 6 on the D1 either. Conacher from Couture there at, what did I say there, 15, 15, I remember now the B and the D1. At 15:22 is right, okay. So a few minutes to go here in the second period. And that'd be 17 minutes now, 17 and 11. So Detroit looking to tie things here. At least we get a good tilt here for this Winter Classic. Detroit player J, that's going to be Rob Morrison here in the second line. Morrison with it in the slot. And Broda here tasked to make a big save. Save question mark. Let's see if he can come up with it with a 5, just barely. Broda just gets a piece of it. So 4 minutes here. I'm going to count that as the second intermission, since that is a number exceeding 20. I believe in the rules it talks about if it exceeds 19, but I go exceeding the full 20. Whereas if it's 20 exactly, I will play out that final minute. It's just how one of several ways in which I do it a little bit differently. Whoops, did I? No, that's right, too, the big save. Okay, I'll have to play this back. Wow. I had that problem with Toronto earlier. So it's either 3-2 or 3-3 here. Conacher from Couture. Lindsay. And... Okay, Rob Morrison, I don't think converted. So we're going to get 3 minutes. Oh, now I'm paranoid. We're going to get 3 minutes here off the clock to start period 3 with the 13 there for Detroit. Maybe I just want to upload this if I screwed that up. Ted Lindsay here once again. Ted Lindsay here with it in the face-off circle where he's been all damn game long. And there you go. If it wasn't 3-3 before, it is now. Ted Lindsay got a couple of goals here and like 160 chances, it feels like. So Lindsay here, I said 3 minutes, so we're going to say 2:05 specifically, L1 D1. Even though it says L2 D1 there. Lindsay, Kelly picking up another assist. And the line. So what I do for line, again, I can't remember what it says in the rules. I don't really care. I'm going to give the helper to Quackenbush. I'm going to say Lindsay from Kelly and Quackenbush here, 2:05 into period 3. Another minute off the clock now. We're up to 4. 63, that's nothing. We stay in minute 4, however. And 75, that could be something. Back the Leafs' way. Toronto player B, that's going to be Ted Kennedy, and Ted Kennedy with it here trying in the slot. Kennedy in the high slot. Looks like it's going to be Lumley's turn to try to make a big stop. With a 7, he does it, so it's going to remain tied. 2 more minutes off now. I believe we're up to minute 6. I hope we're up to minute 6. 22, that's going to be in Detroit's range, right? Because the B and the C, yep. So player H, look at that. Ted freaking Lindsay again. Why do I even flip and look? Lindsay this time finally gets it in the damn slot. Watch him flub it. Nope. So it's going to be 4-3 here for the Detroit Red Wings. I haven't had a single sip of my coffee yet. Actually, so I'm going to, well, here, I'll award the assist first. Time of the goal, I believe we're at 6. So I'm going to say at 5:45 there for Lindsay. Sorry if the timekeeping's not 100% accurate. So Lindsay here at 5:45 looking L2 D2, so it's going to be L1 D2, so it's going to be center there, Sid Abel. Ted Lindsay from Sid Abel. And the line, so that'd be Gordie Howe with another helper. He's picked up at least a couple of points here, I'm pretty sure exactly, for this game. So yeah, Lindsay from Abel and Howe again at about 5:45. And I'm going to take a sip of this and... also mention that I feel kind of bad about this because I have a tumbler for Edia, and especially if I'm going to their cafe and not another, I would normally bring that with me most times. Not every time, but almost every time. So I'm not perfect, but I am environmentally conscious, and I'm aware that this is a takeout cup and I'm on YouTube, so, or this could be uploaded to YouTube. Anyway, sorry again, I'm not perfect, but I do try. Anyway, so there we go. A couple of gulps of that, and I think I said 5:45 into period 3, 4-3 for Detroit. So 2 more minutes coming off the clock there now, so I'm going to say that's minute 8. 12 to go here in the game. Toronto looking to tie. Player I for Toronto, that's going to be Max Bentley. Here he is, late game Bentley. He's been doing that all season long here on line 3. Bentley with it in the slot. He's got 24 already. Make that 25 as Max Bentley ties this game here at 4. So Bentley, I'm going to say at 7:24, looking L3D2. Bentley from R5. There is no R5. Right wing there, so Bentley from Don Metz. And that's going to be it. Bentley from Metz here. A lot of 1-assist goals in this game. We have a 4-all game, and I believe I said with about 12 minutes to go. So we're down to about 10 minutes to go now. I should have brought that Mike Owens Quick Play Pro Hockey clock. 34, no chance for either team. So we're down to 9 minutes now. Maybe that's what I got to do is count the time remaining. 9 minutes to go here. And that's going to be no chance here either way. Hopefully I'm flipping correctly as well. 8 minutes left here in this contest where there will be no sudden death. And we could get a brouhaha. No, brouhaha is actually not a really good term for it. Well, we could get a brawl here. So kind of what I mean there. So with 8 minutes to go here, we're looking Z2 though. Does Toronto have a Z2? They don't. Toronto doesn't have a Z2. I don't want to put Detroit out of the game with this. Okay, round 2. This time Jack Stewart's dance partner is Gus Mortson. Maybe Bill Baruco injured his hand, so it's going to be Mortson and Stewart this time going at it. And so we're just going to put them each in the box for 5. Again, I'm not going to flip for extra cheese. And we don't pass, so 8 minutes to go here. This is the game that doesn't end. And with a 14 here, epic tilt here, 4 aside. 14 is going to be a chance for Detroit. D is going to be Mr. Hockey, Gordie Howe. He has it in the face-off circle as well. And look at that, Gordie Howe putting Toronto up. Young kid Gordie Howe here in 1948, putting the Maple Leafs up 5, or sorry, the Red Wings, and not the Maple Leafs, putting the Maple Leafs down 4-5. The Red Wings up 5-4. And I think that started off no minutes advancing, so I'm going to say here 12:48 and L1D2. So from Leo Reese, and I got to remember to exclude Stewart should his name come up. Ted Lindsay with another point. Good productive game for Ted Lindsay. 5-4 here. 7 minutes to go. Because we're just never getting out of this game here. 94 Toronto. If they have something to do about it, then I won't. Rare play. In future projects, I will exclude reserves and rare. I'm going to include it here unless it's something ridiculous. This is one of my simplifications that I like to make, though. See, cold goalie. See, now, would that be for the Leafs? Would that be for the Red Wings? I'll be honest with you. I don't really care. So instead of rare, I'm going to give it to A. I'm going to give it to A. And I don't care. I'm announcing that I'm doing it. Sillaps here with it. Sillaps here has it in the slot, about to tie it at 5. Because, cold goalie, they'd be likely to score on Detroit anyway. So with 7 minutes to go here, Toronto has evened the game up 5 apiece. And more specifically, we're going to say here at about, 13-15, 12-15, 12-15. And let's see here. So that was like L1D1. So Apps there with the 6, no assist there, an assist there. Wife's apparently home, hoping she doesn't call me. I know that sounds bad, but I just got a few minutes to go here in the game. I'm going to say Apps from Watson and leave it at that. Or no, Iznicki comes up first. Apps from Iznicki here. So finally, some time off the clock there. I believe we have about 4 minutes to go here, and we have a 5-5 hockey game. This, I'm unintentionally like Soviet Russia here, not changing the score. I'm only referring to the 72 Summit specifically, and that's not a commentary on. Anyway, the game 7 or game 8 where Canada scored and they wouldn't change the score. Anyway, so down to 4 minutes, right? Down to 4 minutes. Was that the first one that I flipped? If not, it's going to be now. Down to 4 minutes here. And if there's a chance, it's going to be the Detroit Red Wings here with a chance. And so this... it's going to be Reg Kelly. Reg Kelly already with a couple of points, few points in this one. Kelly jumping up in the play. He's in the slot. And those slot goals are really hard to stop. Those chances from the slot. We got a 6-5 game here for Detroit. One thing I didn't do was look at the score here historically. Anyways, you can tell it's starting to get a little dark here now. It's the sun's setting. And of course, we don't get any time off the clock, but that's not going to matter here. It's going to be here at 15:03. Somebody's exercising. 15:03 L3D1. Kelly from Couture getting another assist. And Couture. I'm just going to say Kelly from Couture. Nah, whatever. 6 in left wing. Couture and Conacher. Kelly from Couture and Conacher. And with 1 minute to go here, just over 1 minute. And they didn't pull in 48. So, yeah, that's going to be no chance for either team. But I will play it, even though that succeeded 20, I will play it out where it's the third period. 11, that's going to be a chance for the Red Wings actually just to add to their lead. Let's see here. Player end. That's going to be, who do they have out there? Jack Stewart out of the box after that fight. Stewart with it in the slot. Look at this. Jack Stewart, 7-5 here for the Detroit Red Wings. They can win a 2-1 hockey game. They can win a 7-5 hockey game when they string goals together. Jack Stewart here. We're going to say a 19-12 for Stewart. And that's going to be from Gordie Howe there, the L1 right wing. And the line, I'm going to give Leo Reese a point. Actually, no, Reese with the XL can't get a point. Just Stewart from Gordie Howe, and let's see if this is not a 0 minute, which it isn't. So there you go, 7-5 final score here. This has been the Winter Classic, and apparently my wife's home. So, okay. Anytime any consideration that you give to anything like this, well, it's never expected. It's always appreciated. And here just to show again, this isn't the morning light. This is starting to get a little dark here. Evening look here at this little forest covered hill, and there's a mountain in the background as well there. Not too far actually from where I presently reside. All right, cheers, thanks, and bye for now.